Hi, I'm Karis, and I just want to talk to you today about perseverance. Now, I know when things happen to us in life, it can kind of put us in a dead end or a rut. And sometimes it's really hard to break out of that. Things like depression, loss of a job, loss of a loved one, um, intense rejection, all of those things can put a stumbling block in our path to move forward. And, a lot of those things require a lot of processing and getting past and emotional healing and letting God just comfort us during those seasons. But, there comes a time when we get past the roadblock and we move forward into what God has called us to do. And I know that's really hard, but at the same time, it's also at the end of our lives, it's going to, you know, allow us to look back and say, you know what, I actually moved forward past that obstacle, um, past that horrible thing that happened to me when I was young, past that horrible thing that happened to me when I was older. The enemy wants nothing more than to see you and I stuck. But God, on the other hand, wants nothing more than to see you and I persevere. So, what does perseverance mean? Well, in Romans 5, it says, and this is the message version, by entering through faith into what God has always wanted to do for us, set us right with Him, make us fit for Him, we have it all together with God because of our Master Jesus. And that's not all. We throw open our doors to God and discover at the same moment that He has already thrown open His door to us. We find ourselves standing where we always hoped we might stand, out in the wide open spaces of God's grace and glory, standing tall and shouting our praise. There's more to come. We continue to shout our praise even when we're hemmed in with troubles, because we know how troubles can develop passionate patience in us, and how that patience in turn forges the tempered steel of virtue, keeping us alert for whatever God will do next. In alert expectancy such as this, we're never left feeling shortchanged. Quite the contrary, we can't round up enough containers to hold everything God generously pours into our lives through the Holy Spirit. I love that verse because what he's saying there is that in spite of challenges and roadblocks in our way, when we get past those and we just decide that we're going to let God flow through us in those, that's when He pours out just such amazing life in us that we just aren't able to even contain it. And that's just what I want to encourage you today with, that no matter what trials are standing in your way, no matter what roadblocks have been there, maybe they've been there for a really long time. Once you just decide that you're going to let whatever it is go, or you decide that your healing process is complete and you're ready to move forward, that's when God can do something great with that experience, with that roadblock that's been in your life. So I encourage you today to keep on developing perseverance, move forward, and press towards the goals that God's given you in your life.